Hi everyone, this time I'm going to tell you how to recycle some old cardboards and make a nice frames like this one. This is all made out of old cardboards and you can see near it you can put nice picture of yours and use it. So the way you have to do is you need to find some old cardboard. So I found some old cardboards of mine and like this way boxes, water boxes and normal boxes. I cut those and I use a tile to make. I need a perfect square. So I used the tile, kept on the cardboard, trace around it and cut it. I use the knife and cut. And you need two of same way cardboard. You can see two pieces you need, and you need something like a heart or circle to make the middle part of the shape. You can see there is a heart shape inside here, so you can use a circle shape or heart shape. So I like the heart shape, so I kept the heart. I draw the heart like this way and trace around it with the pencil. You can see, so I have the pencil line. Later onwards I will cut it. I will use my knife like this way and watch carefully. If you don't know it, you just use the knife very nicely because it's very sharpened and you know these knives are very harmful. So make sure you use it slowly and cut around it. And trust me, don't throw the middle heart that you will cut because you can recycle that for something else again. And this is much more fun than you buying a frame, you know, it's homemade and it's much giving more love to yourself when you do something like that. So I will cut it now. Once you cut this heart, you can separate it like that, remove it, and you need like this way 1 centimeter and the same height like this way size. 3 pieces you will need. It's because you're going to stick these 3 pieces, one here, not in the one that you cut the heart, not this piece, the back piece. You will use that piece to stick like this way, these 3 pieces, sorry, this one. You just apply glue and stick it, and top of this one you are going to stick this one. Once the heart will be removed, you have to remove this heart and then you have to stick it. So this video going to be like 3 different sections because we need to first do the cardboards together. Thank you. Once you cut the cardboard, I told you to cut 2 of these and use one to trace the heart and cut it. So once you peel the heart and remove it, just keep it in a side. You can use a heart shape, circle, square, whatever you like. The shape is up to you. My favorite is heart, that's the reason I'm using the heart shape. And I told you to cut 3 pieces of this. So one piece you're going to stick here, but the other 2 you're going to stick here. But watch very nicely, not in this one, you're going to do it in this one. So I apply glue, normal white glue by the way we are using, nothing special about this glue, just normal white all-purpose glue. We stick that in the 4 corners, 3 corners by the way. For top corner you will not do anything in there. So 2 pieces here and this little bit smaller piece I sticked here. So exactly proper shape. Now you will watch why we need this, because there will be a small space, because you will put the picture between here and there should be you should have space between this. So now you will stick this one again in here. So you apply the glue. You can see now I'm applying it top of here. The 3 pieces that we put to the frame, I'm going to apply onto that one like this way. Okay, I forgot to tell you one thing, but before you apply glue, you use masking tape or newspaper cutting and cover this area like this way, because this is the opening. It should be smooth and nice, like in my one you can see here, this part, that is the opening. So you have to put full masking tape or newspaper like this newspaper. I have some old white color paper, so I use it because I don't have anything to do. You can use newspaper if you don't have masking tape, by the way. Apply a glue here, apply glue here, and let's see, stick it. And use the brush, again glue top of it. It's the decoupage technique. You always have to put a glue layer top of the paper. So glue, paper, glue. That is the technique you have to use, like this way. You see? So if you look closely, it looks like the masking tape, so you don't need to worry. So you have to cover this part and this frame, the top part. You can see in the hard top part also you have to do the same thing before you stick these both together. Now the thing you have to do is the heart. You can see once you cut the heart, your full circle should be look like this way, you know that. But I'm going to put the same way you put masking tape here or newspaper cutting, same thing you have to do in here before you stick these two together. That you have to finish. So I'm already done with the masking tape, so I'm going to put one small masking tape like this way and bend it. So once you bend it, you can see the edges are very nice, smooth. When you coloring or decoupaging, you can do that way. So see, now I'm sticking these two together like this way. So you can see my up, it should be look like this way, and the middle part you can see all the edges I covered with masking tape. So the people who doesn't have masking tape, you can always use like newspapers, any kind of normal paper, and glue it, so it will be sticking. So now these edges you can, it's look ugly, right? So the technique you can do is you can use masking tape and again like newspapers. You don't need to use masking tape itself. So for me it's easy, so I'm just little bit quicker one. So I'm trying to do with the masking tape. So I will use masking tape and make the edge like this way. First I will do the four corners, so it will be stick in the proper edge. So it's easy for me to do the edges like this way. So again I'm telling you don't need to buy masking tape itself. If you don't have masking tape, ignore, do with the newspapers. So I told you how to do with the newspapers. You just need to apply a glue like this way in this side, and here little bit glue in the middle part, and back here glue, you can see. And take a newspaper or any kind of normal drawing paper that you don't have at home and cover it like this way. And again remember what did I say? Over the glue, see, you have to apply a glue layer top of the paper that you sticked like this way. So it's the technique is called glue, paper, glue. So now once you do this part, your full here and this full front here, except the middle part you don't need to do, because if you don't like, you don't need to. So this edge, you can see this part and this corners and here, all you have to do with newspapers. Everything should be covered except this opening. You should not do anything here. That is the place that you will insert the photo. So keep here blank, but this part, every back and front, this back, you have to do with full newspaper. You see very nicely, carefully listen, because it's very important the edges of this frame when you do this frame. So the first thing I did, I put masking tape in this side and this side in the opening area and covered it, and then I put masking tape to the near heart. So it's the area, this area will be smooth and very nice. The reason that I'm using masking tape, because I have masking tape, but if you don't have masking tape, you don't use masking tape. Use newspaper cuttings, because you anyhow color it, the newspaper will be finished also. It will be covered with newspaper and top of it painting, newspaper will be not showing. So don't worry, use newspaper. It's very easy to find. Important thing is you cover the edge first. You can see, except this edge, because there should be an opening, and this three side you have to cover. Then you can start use the decoupage technique. Remember that I told glue, paper, glue. Just apply glue and stick the paper like this way. So remember one thing, when you do this frame, make sure you watch the full video properly before you rush to the finishing, because I really like if you watch the video and then understand what I'm trying to do and then you do it. Always once you apply glue, put the paper, again glue layer top of the paper, because this glue will be covering all the edges of the paper that you're sticking. It look nice. The finishing should be very, very nice, that's why. So paper doing, it's very, very important. But don't use masking tape for this technique, okay? Masking tape is only to do the edges. If not, you will put masking tape top here. So no, it's only for the edges masking tape I did, you can see. Because if you put masking tape here, when you do the coloring, it's look ugly. It will show it as a masking tape. So always use newspaper or all white color, because I have some all white color papers I want to finish up, so I will use that one. But if you don't have white color papers, as usual, newspaper is the best thing to use. So use newspaper. I'm always using newspaper. These days I have this white color paper that I found. I want to finish it. It's normal like packing papers, you can tell. Like so. Here see, it should be like this way. I'm covering the full front and the back with the paper. Hi, we are starting again with our frame. Remember, we cut cardboard and we made the frame. Now you know how to make the frame. So after you making the frame, I told you to use white color or newspaper to decoupage the full frame, so it will be totally covered all the areas. Once you finish it, you can use gesso like this way. See, I use gesso, so now you cannot see the newspaper or any kind of paper that you use to decoupage. So gesso is the paint that you can use the surface much more rough and cover all the areas, so you can do applicate again top of it acrylic paint or something. So now for cardboard and for plastic, you can use acrylic paint without any problem, and even glass paint you can use on cardboard acrylic plastics. That's why. So I'm going to use acrylic paint. You can see same Marabu brand, and I will paint this full one in light pink color. So once you finish the painting, you can do quilling and decorate it as this one. You can see done with lot of quilling, different shapes and things. Or you can use another technique called decoupage. So you need to color this one. Once you finish up coloring, you cut nice flowers from this, you can see around it, full around, and decoupage it in the edge, like nicely pattern wise. And you can use white color glue for that, like this way. So for the frame, you can use different techniques. First, make sure that you cut the cardboard properly, decoupage it after you put in the 4 masking tapes in the page, and these edges should be smooth. That's the reason we are using newspaper or any kind of paper that not usable ones. Without throwing, you can recycle it by decoupaging it, and you can give a gesso layer. Gesso layer is much more important, so the surface will be much more nice, the finishing. So once you finish it, you can color it all with any color that you like. So because I already have a purple one and I have blue color one also, so I'm going to color with pink color now this time. So you can see the full frame you can color with pink color. So I'm going to color with total full frame, front, back, everywhere with pink color. So once I finish up my coloring, I'm going to use quilling and decorate it. Thank you.